Happy Sunday. Welcome in. If anyone has ever told you that creating content is easy, let me tell you, they lied to you because it has been a labor of labor and love to get together today. Thanks for joining. I have been a little busy, which has kept the UPS delivery guy quite busy, and I am certain that they are sick of me. I have been um, curating my spring closet just a little bit and have some new things that I want to share with you. The first thing is that down in the information box, I think I put everything in there. It could be on the live stream that didn't want to load. But I will, if it's not already down there, then I will post everything as soon as this live stream is over. So that's homework for me since I'm not sure that it did it. But the first thing that I want to start with is sharing with you the bag that I am going to be switching into. It is Autism Awareness Month, and I am late, but it's better late than never. My tribe sister, our tribe sister, Phoebe's Corner, I am joining her this month in showing support. She has an adorable grandson by the name of Gabe. So I did not want to miss out on showing my support. And since I have been in my MCM large Clara hobo, the red one, since right before Valentine's Day, it is definitely time for me to change. So this gave me an opportunity to pull some things together so that as soon as this live is over, I can move in, and I will be sure to add a community post later in this week so that I can show you how everything pulled together. All right, so as I understand it, there are two different symbols for autism awareness. One of them is the butterfly, the other is a puzzle piece, and the puzzle piece has four different colors in it. I don't have any puzzle actual pieces, but I do have what I am going to pull together. So we're going to start with this bag. It is in the color jeans, and it is the medium pocket sack. Dooney and Bourke medium pocket sack in the color jeans. So since I'm gonna wear this through the rest of this month as a neutral, and I don't usually gravitate towards blue bags, even though I've been buying more of them. So this will give me an opportunity to move in. So this is my base. This is kind of the canvas for my color setup. We've got the two outside pockets, no feet under the bottom because it's a sack or hobo style bag. Nothing on the back, but this is where this bag is amazing. It has what I believe is nearly everyone's favorite equestrian strap here on the top. So it is going to stay on my shoulder and not be fussy. It does have adjustments on it, but honestly, I don't know anyone that has ever adjusted it other than maybe playing around with it just to see if they could. It has the Dylan Collection metal plate on the front and two very generous outside pockets with, of course, all of the trim to match. If you notice, this sack bag has a little bit of an arch or crescent top. It is not just a flat, straight top like the extra large Courtney. It's not that structured at the top. So you can tell, well, it's got the red gingham, kind of a nod to Dooney's origin story lining in the interior. It has two slip pockets on the front wall, that are collared in the same leather. And then the back wall is a slip and zip pocket. So there you have that. And then for the key keeper, what is it? All right, so here, key keeper. All right, so I am moving in to this medium pocket sack because it's time for me to move. And my hobo just carried so well with large Clara that I kind of want to keep with that theme right now. So that's what I'm going to do. All right, so this is my base. And then for the butterfly, you guys remember this piece? So if you have this one, and even without like switching bags or anything, you can show your support by incorporating a butterfly into your carry. And I know many of us picked this up what feels like eons ago from the Coach outlet. It has the slip pocket here on the back. I'm going to use this as my wallet. It has the beautiful butterfly here on the front that also has some blue in it. And then that beautiful whip stitching or baseball stitching, as I've heard it referred to in the past. And then some brass hardware here on the front. You can see that that's branded for Coach. All right, so this one has a chain instead of a leather wristlet strap, so it will attach, which is going to be great for grab and go this week and just using this again as my wallet. It does have the card slots in there, so it's going to minimize adding a bunch of other accessories in, because the others that I picked up don't have organization in them, but that's what I'm going to use as my wallet. So I've got my butterfly covered. I've got my blue bag covered, and we're going to go there. Definitely different colors. We're in support. We got the symbols. All right. The next is the colors or color blocking. So this is going to be a little bit bold. I'm not sure that any of this is going to go, it's going to be, what do I want to say? I need to see how it's going to all pull together in pictures, but all the same, this is what I'm putting in. All right. So this is a flat zip pouch from Hudson Bay. I picked this up back during the zombie apocalypse when Lord & Taylor was going out of business, and this was on their site. So I picked this up, and I am planning to use this one as my cosmetic bag because I'm not carrying as many cosmetics nowadays. And then as my purse junk drawer, because this one's got a little bit more depth to it, I am going to use this little guy that I'm going to quickly stuff so that you can kind of see what the shape of it looks like. But this is going to be my junk drawer. So everything else can fall in. My lippies and hand creams and all of that can go in this one, and then everything else, which will include allergy meds because they've are trying to kill me, this is what I will be using. So I've got these two pieces, and I think I got my yellow, my red, my green, and the blue. I think I got all my colors, I think. So I've got that. Like I said, I'm going to put the butterfly with it because I haven't used this piece, and this is a really good cause for me to incorporate it. So I've got that. All right. These bold stripes are making me really happy. All right. And then the last thing is I don't have anything with the autism puzzle piece on it, But I do have this find from, again, during the zombie apocalypse that I picked up that has this geometric pattern to it. And the way that it fits, we're going to call it a puzzle. So I have pulled out this piece to use. And it still pulls all of my other colors. Looky, looky, sucky, sucky. All right. So we've got, that's my base. I really like that together. Seeing it on camera. All right. And then we're going to add in the butterfly. So we've got the butterfly. We got the puzzle pieces. We got all of our colors. We got our blue bag. And that's what I'm going to pull together. And that's going to be me for the rest of this month. Because I'm not switching bags again this month. I'm not doing it. So we're going to rock this All Autism Awareness Month. Pictures to come. Watch the community post. It is going down. This is going to be it. All right. So got all that together, which will make switching out this evening a whole lot simpler because I've already got all my pieces together. I know how I'm going to use them, and it will just work. All right. So let's talk about it. I started out with what I thought was going to be a pretty easy live tonight. And then I realized that I had more boxes that I needed to go through to make sure things were good that I needed to cover tonight. So we're going to just do a little bit of an unboxing and show some stuff and see how it's all going to fit together. All right, so the first thing is a gift. So I'm not going to show it. I'm going to put it in the stash. This is a gift. I mentioned it in a weekly card. It is linked down below. If not, I will link it as soon as this is over. If you're not following me on Like to Know, it's already posted over there, so you'll be able to see it there. So I've got that. Here's the next. Oh, I got some ducks. I got a new duck. All right, so the first thing is I picked up 2 new arias. And I'm looking at it, and they shipped the wrong color. They shipped the wrong color. Because I already have a red one. They were supposed to send the magenta, but clearly that says red. Immediate mood change. The other one is in the color blue. So we're going to start with that one. Now I have got to deal with a return. Unsolicited, unnecessary. Somebody had one job. Just one job. And they shipped the one that I already had. So we've got the blue here, which now I'm wondering if I could incorporate into my autism awareness carry for this month. But let's see what the blue looks like. Dang, I gotta deal with a return. All right, so here we are with Aria. This is from Dooney and Bourke's Alto collection, and it is gorgeous. Now, it does come with a leather strap that's in the interior. And I've shared these on my channel before because these were supposed to be the last two of the collection, so to speak, but I can't do anything with another red one. So here it is in the blue. Now, I've shared previously using a twilly to tie on both sides so you can change up the strap. I have my Coach chain strap here to give that a try. It just, I like these. They have become so easy for travel, for evenings, pretty flat, foam fits, all of the essentials fit in here for my evenings out. And then I'm going to stick this back in the interior, and we're going to take a look at the blue with the chain strap. A return. All right, so here we go with the blue. Let me get that tucked back in. Now, this Alto leather is a structured leather. So it's going to hold its shape, but it also means that it will dent easily. It's going to scratch easily. But I like it. I like it. This was one of the last two colors, because these were the two colors that I felt like I would least likely gravitate towards. So I saved them for last because I was not planning to get them. Then I talked myself in because I figured out a way that I could. And I'm good with this one. I still have no clue about the magenta because, well, you've already seen. We've already had a mishap. So, moving on. Oh, I gotta deal with a return. I don't know how y'all do it. I do not understand. I don't understand. I'm in a bad mood now, like altogether. All right, so here's the duck up close, and here is the booklet that is coming out now for spring 2024. We are seeing it together. How do you feel about this print? It's got the basket weave, but I believe the whole thing is a coated canvas, and it may have like a little bit of texture, but it's not, at least based on the pictures, it doesn't appear to be a regular woven pattern like Dooney has done in previous years with this actually being textured or stamped leather. It doesn't give that vibe from the pictures. It has the look, but I don't think that that's textured. And then, of course, you got your pops of color here. And then what do we have in the interior? Y'all are seeing it for the first time like I am. All right. So we've got the Art Deco collection. You've got the chevron returning. You've got the dots in a couple of different colors that are now coming back. This is kind of classic. This has been making the rounds. Right. This is Cameron. Yeah, Cameron. And then we've got the new corner Florentine satchel. I'm sorry, it's a pebble grain satchel with the Florentine corners, which is a different color from the one that's here on the back. But you can definitely see the detailing of that fold in the leather there on the side. So that is the 2024 lookbook. And there is a QR code on the back and a discount code. All right, so we are moving on from Dooney. I'm going to pause there and let's talk about LTK for just a minute, because I've been in text and sharing and talking to people all week about LTK, and what I have realized is that not many people are familiar with the app. So let's do a little bit of that while I'm opening my next box. So LTK is an app. It is a free app. And it is if TikTok and Instagram had a baby with like shorts and reels. I know it's a lot, but it's kind of the best of all of those worlds. So it is an app that is truly your destination for all things retail therapy. Whether you are shopping for him for his birthday, or the kiddos for back to school, housewares, cookware, handbags, golf gear, you name it, and everything in between, it is available on LTK, which stands for Like to Know, or Like to Know It, as it's been rebranded. All right, so if you have ever been online and seen an influencer or content creator show something and you are curious about it, or you want to buy it, or you're curious how much it costs, the LTK app is the place for that. So you would go to that content creator's shop, and they will provide you with all of the details, the links. There could be additional videos. It could be a still post. If it's fashion, it could be a mirror selfie. It could be a quick get ready with me. It could be a makeup routine. It could be a nighttime skincare routine. It could be any of those things, but it gives you a view of that item in a retail space. Now, you follow just like you do with any other social media platform. So I'm asking that you follow me. And my shop is feed underscore your underscore addiction. Feed underscore your underscore addiction. I'm also using the hashtag FYA for Feed Your Addiction, so that you can easily find the post for the items that are featured during Feed Your Addiction. So it's an easy way for you to be able to get in and filter and sort to find those items. All right, so what's so special about this app? All right, so one, it gives you a destination location for the content creators that you follow, or things that you see online, to be able to go check them out. So that's the first thing. It is a curated shop, content that often is created specifically for LTK, but it could be some content that you may be seeing someplace else, and those products are tagged. All right, you can also shop directly from LTK. They will take you to that retailer site and directly to the item. So there, you don't have to do all of the toggling back and forth and trying to screenshot and where did I find the name. You don't have to do any of that. Everything is linked, and it will take you right to that product on the retailer site. And let's just say that maybe when you see that item, you're curious about it, but you're not ready to purchase, or it's not the price that you wanted to pay. Maybe you're looking for a discount or sale. If you subscribe to that content creator and favorite or heart or like that product, LTK will actually alert you when there is a sale or a price drop, clearance sale on that item. So you don't have to constantly go back and check or keep up with it. It will do all of that work for you in the background. And then when the price drops, it will send you a notification and say, hey, the thing that you were looking at is now on sale. And it will give you a link so that you can, again, go directly back to it. So I'd ask that you follow, subscribe, and take a look at some of the content that I already have out there. Again, if anybody has ever told you that content creation is easy, they lied to you. It is very much work. And if you're going to be halfway decent at it, it is like having a whole entire other full-time job. So I would ask that you download the app. There is a shopping app, and then there is a creator app. Let me see if I can, hold on. Hold, please. Let me see if I can just drop it in the chat so that that makes it easier for you. Let's see here. Copy. And we are going to just drop it in the chat. Ugh. Again, I should have been better prepared tonight, but it has been a whole thing. It has been a whole thing with me trying to get situated for tonight. It has been a whole thing. All right, I'm going to also post the links for the items so that you can see what the gift was. I'm going to drop those in the chat as well. Woo! And then we're going to get on with the rest of these boxes. Let's see. It's only going to let me do one. Listen, don't let anybody tell you that learning new stuff that you're too old to learn. You're not. You're not. But you may just need some time. I don't know if any of that just went through. All right. So that is LTK. Follow me. Some of the things that we have talked about over the duration of Feed Your Addictions. There were things that we all bought and shopped for during the zombie apocalypse. There have been 9 million times that I've been asked about the lip color that I'm wearing. There have been times that there have been things that were purchased that the links, all of that stuff, you will now be able to find it on LTK in my shop so that you can find it if you're looking for it, if it is still available. Now, these things are probably 4 years old. So I didn't find anything similar to them. Again, these were Hudson Bay, and this one is in I'm in Love Accessories. This was TJ Maxx or Marshalls. So that's that. All right, so we've got LTK. Let me see if, all right, moving on. All right, I am going to send Mono's Beauty to the Enabler Corner tonight for this. Now, Mo didn't purchase this exact item, but as I had the conversation with her, what she shared with me is that she wasn't aware that these existed, so she went with a different brand. When I went to look for them, I could not find them on the retailer site, so I went to the department store, and they had them. And I bought them, and now I hope they are the right size because I can only take one return in my life at a time, and one is too many. So what did I pick up? I ordered the Coach Peyton leather sandals. I could not find them on the actual Coach boutique site. Not in this color, but Dillard's had them. At the time, Dillard's only had a 10 and an 11. And usually for me, Coach shoes are just a little small. So if they have a half size, sometimes the half size up is enough that works for me. In many cases, I have to do a whole size up. So that's what I did for these. I went a full size up. They are a B width, which is medium. And I'm so hoping that they fit. So this is the, I guess, the Chanel inspired Tory Burch Kara sport sandal, but I got them in Coach in black, because while I am not quick to buy a black bag, I rarely meet a black shoe that I don't fall in love with. All right, so they have this thick bubble, yeah, I'm gonna call it bubble sole, but it's on a little bit of a lift with all like a loafer heel on the back. They have really, really nice padding. Now, the padding on these are a bit more pillowy than the Portland leather goods one that I had on last week. I think I've already got a post up for those. They do have the turn lock here that is removable, but it's just a design element. You can't, like, it's not Velcro or anything. It is just there for design. And then easy in and out, which made me so excited because for summer travel plans, in and out of shoes with TSA, this is going to be easy. Easy out, throw my little footy socks on, through TSA, and then easy back into the sandals. I like that they are quilted. There is, of course, just smooth leather in the interior. They were not on sale, by the way. But I've realized that for like the last, I don't know, 4 years, there is always one pair of sandals that I just decide, you know what, I want them. They have them in my size. If I wait for them to go on sale, everybody else that wears a size 10 is going to make the decision that I should have made, and I just go ahead and buy it. So that is what this is. Now, I'm going to try it. I know you won't be able to see it. I'll post later, but I just need to see. Uh-oh. Hold, please. Let's see. Did I do right by sizing up? No. It is loose. And there is just, oh my God, 2 returns. Y'all don't, I think some of you do understand, because I have been adamant about how I feel about returns, and to have one that is my fault, which is this, sizing up, because Coach shoes are usually cut small. And then the one created by Dooney, I have like knots in my stomach, like just from being beside myself right now. I do not enjoy the return process for anything. For anything. But I do like them. And I am going to exchange them to get the right size. Man, it's rough right now. We are going to keep this little train moving. All right, so that's an exchange. I'm telling you right now, my spirit is saying to me, maybe, just maybe coming out of Lent, you should have gradually into retail therapy, not jump in, you know, head first, feet first, breach style. But that's what I did. And now I am going to be paying for that. All right. Full-time job in these content creator streets. Maybe I should have took some notes for tonight because I slowly feel the threads coming undone. All right, who is this from? This is from One Coach Way as well. But this is Coach Outlet. Yes, Coach Outlet. And I'm going to start by sending my tribe sister, Carmen Hawkins, to the Enabler Corner. Because Carmen did a video of the floral print slim crossbody from Coach Outlet. And when I tell you I could not get it in my cart fast enough, I don't even remember if I text her first or if I placed the order first and then let her know like she had me in a chokehold. But hopefully this one is okay. But this is the Coach Slim Crossbody. So it's got some weight. So that means that the chain. All right. So I did a video a little while back where I made some comparisons to other luxury brands and their accessories and finding a Coach, or actually most of them were Dooney, alternatives to those accessories. One of them was the LV toiletry. The other one was the Hermes. Why am I drawing a blank? Because I didn't look at it before I got on here. But those two of those, and I actually showed how you can take a small crossbody from Dooney, remove the strap, and use it as a toiletry case or as a catch-all. Chain strap, so now I have two of them. But here is the slim crossbody in the floral print. I thought I got all that. There we go. Look at that. It's the florals that got me because it is spring. And these flowers don't have pollen, don't have leaves. Therefore, my allergies are extremely happy with these flowers. Everything else outside is trying to kill me right now. It has the raised gold text on the front. Pretty narrow profile. It does have the hardware on the side so you can attach a chain strap that comes with it. Plain on the back, but you can also just use this as a toiletry bag or your purse junk drawer or as a larger wallet. You could use this with your TSA size toiletries. You could travel with this for an overnight and just put your toiletries in here. Now, the one from Dooney, which is in use in a different bag right now, but I pulled out the navy one because I think we started with the brown Timoro. But this one is the North-South Janine in Greta print from Dooney. So I pulled this one because I want to do a little bit of a comparison, because this one is available. This one has not been seen in probably a little over a year. So if you miss this one, and this one is going to have more capacity, you have the option here. All right, but before I do, let's before we compare, let's put this back on and see where it falls. All right. All right, so that is right in the sweet spot. I can get my hand just under the bottom. I rarely have shoes on when I'm doing these. I have shoes on, but I have on slides. So I don't have enough lift for you guys to see like where it's falling. But let's see if it's gonna give me a mammogram. No mammogram, but there it is as a crossbody, really thin. This would be a great airport or travel. This would be a great dinner, brunch, errand bag, like just the essentials. Let me see if my phone will fit in here. Not north-south, nor east-west, even with, well, will it? Ooh, it's in there. It's not pushing out on the sides. Maybe it's just the grip of my phone case, but it is in there. Doesn't leave a whole lot of room for much else. But if I could want a phone card case, which I guess you wouldn't have to have because it does have 2 card slots there in the back. So you wouldn't have to carry a card case if you did, you know, your ID and your debit card or credit card. That would work. I just want to see what the capacity is. All right, so I can get my phone and Deluxe Mo in here, and that's what it looks like. You can see just a little bit of where there's nothing like here, and then Deluxe Mo is down here, but no indentions there on the side. Phone is on here, so it holds more than I thought. But let's be clear, when I say TSA, I'm talking about like the travel size small items that you will find in Target in the beauty area. Not bottles that you might find on Amazon that you're going to try to fit in here. It doesn't have that kind of real estate. It's really going to need to be like the little mouthwash, the small travel size of the toothpaste. You could probably get your full size, your full toothbrush, but if you're like a water pick or you know some kind of sonic toothbrush, that's not gonna work in here. How does it compare to Janine? Janine definitely has more real estate, and we're gonna start with the bottom. Definitely more depth. The corners are a little bit more rounded on Janine. She is not currently available, so you need to look on the secondary market if you're interested in this piece. Maybe I was gonna say I Love Dooney on eBay, but I don't remember seeing this on there. I think secondary, straight secondary is probably gonna be the way to go if you're looking for this one. But you can see that basically okay. This is smaller than this panel under the bottom. So you're not getting the same real estate. You're getting a little bit more length, but you're losing the depth and the height in the Coach version. But again, what's your intent? How do you plan to use it? Is it as a small toiletry case in your bag? If so, you can make this work. If you're planning to use it as a small crossbody, this will work. If you are going to use it as an actual toiletry bag for travel, you're going to have to shop small TSA items, and you should be able to get several of them in here. You can definitely get more in this one. Not currently available. Currently available, and last time I checked, it was on promo for 99 bucks. So, thank you, but enjoy your stay in the Enabler Corner. Your video sent me completely over the edge. I was already teetering because I was fresh out of Lent, but this was a really, really good way to come out. So that is the Coach Outlet Slim Crossbody in the floral print, signature floral. So that is that. All right, I'm building a little stash here. This is the Janine version. Mine still needs to be clean. It didn't come like this. This is my chaos in my bag. This is where I had some Clorox wipes in one of those peel back pouches. And the juice seeped out of the pack. That's what that is. So I just need to see if it's going to clean up. But this is what I started with. This is the Janine East West, or the small. So if you ever see these on I Love Dooney or Dooney.com, you'll have an idea. This is what I use as a purse junk drawer. And the north-south one is actually what I throw in my weekend travels for toiletry. I have not used this size in my purse as a junk drawer or, you know, anything like that. It has only been the east-west size. But both are Janines, north-south, east-west. Both of them are considered small. Don't get them confused. All right. Moving on. More from Coach. Coach Outlet. Okay. I usually think long and hard before I pick up what I'm going to call cutesy patterns, unless they are in accessories. I don't have, well, I probably am starting to pick up, I probably have over the years collected more printed bags, and we're definitely all going to send Suz What to the Enabler Corner for that, because she will give you FOMO over a Dooney graphic bag or graphic collection in a heartbeat. So I know that I've picked up more, if nothing more than an accessory to say that I have it. But I can typically make a decision on whether or not there's a color or pattern that I'm going to use. Well, this one just, I don't know. Again, everything outside is trying to kill me with pollen. So I decided that I would take my chances with things that were printed that belong outside that maybe won't try to kill me in the house. So this is the notebook from the Coach Outlet Creature collection. And I will tell you, there are two colors that made me pull the trigger on this. It is this purple boysenberry color, because I have a boysenberry bag. I just like the deep richness of this color. And then I don't know whether this is yellow or mustard or goldenrod or what, but this did it for me. I am also going to be traveling with this week because it's time for me to switch journals. And it also has an autism awareness butterfly. So it does not coordinate that with the butterfly that I already showed you. Where did it go? There we go. But Phoebe, I'm showing all the support. I got butterflies, I got geo puzzle pieces, I got stripes and colors. I am going all in. So this is going to be my new purse journal until I fill this up. Do they sell these notebooks as replacements, or do I need to just find some at Target or Walmart to go in? But anyway, they had a new cover. I was out, so it was a great time to buy a new one and to switch. And then, because they had it in the accessory, the wallet that I like from the Coach outlet, I decided I would get a piece that would also give me a little bit of spring on the interior of a future bag carry. And I think this is their long slim wristlet, long slim wallet, wristlet. There's a wristlet strap. Thank goodness there's no return or anything that's got to go on with these. All right, so the wristlet strap is going to attach to the zipper pull. Is that where they intended to go? Yeah. And in the interior, the reason that I like this, one is the interior is a light color. And it has plenty of card slots, slip spots, accordion space, zipper storage. It just has a little bit of it all. And because it has a detachable wristlet strap, not only can I use this on some of my other pieces, but if I need to grab and go when I am carrying this, I can grab wallet, phone, keys, and be out the door. But I just love the print. You got your ladybugs, your snails, butterflies. And is that a moth or dragon? I don't know. Yeah, but that's the print. Is that not a beautiful color? I love this. Love it. Love these two. I cannot wait to pair this up with something. All right. So that's that on this box. All right. Do I have anything that needs to go back in this box for return? I think I'm good. The shoes came from Dillard's. These three were together. They are all keepers. This box can go to the trash. All right. So, last box. Now I've lost my little knife. There it is. All right. So, here we go. Last one. This is also from the Coach outlet. My dress is not on that side. No. Okay. Picked up another pair of shoes. I've got it bad. Oh, but I got these in a 10. So let's just hope. I'm hoping that I'm not about to discover that the outlet shoes are cut smaller than the boutique shoes. But it would be helpful so that I know what to do ordering in the future. Why did I order a 10? Because they did not have an 11 on the side. They were sold out. So I went with a 10, and I hoped that, one, they would ship because the quantity was showing limited on the site, and it has since sold out in this color. And I was hoping that the 10 would actually fit. So this is the Coach outlet Franny sandal. It is still available on the site, if I recall correctly, in white. but I did not, or chalk, I didn't want it in that color. And you'll see why here in just a second. So, all right, so I wanted the, what are they calling this color? Natural. This is dark saddle. So I wanted dark saddle because I was thinking about the trim of so many bags and then just trying to pull things together. I also had in mind a couple of bags that I've been thinking about using this summer, although I'm sure my mother would not approve because they are what she would consider darker winter bags. But this is Franny from the side, a thick loafer style rubber sole, minimal grip, like very minimal. This is, yeah, that's minimal grip. And then here Franny is from the top. These are just like a classic forever in style sandal around the ankle, so I don't have to worry about, you know, the infamous summertime stepping out, slipping out of, you know, footwear that doesn't have a strap. But here it is. Let's see. It does have flex, which I like because my foot bends. So I like a shoe that's going to bend with my foot, right? Let's just face it. That's the natural flexing of your foot. So, of course, now I got to switch. Let's see what this one is like. All right, so maybe they've gotten some feedback on their shoe sizes for, oh, wait a minute. I need like a 10 and a half. And that is, that's the issue. The 11 is too big. The 10 is too small. 10 and a half in most of them. I don't know that I see a lot of half sizes. And if so, they seem to sell out because the sizes are off. Okay. So these are going to go back because I'm not that person that lets my heel or my toe surpass the footbed. I don't care how close it is. Either it fits or it doesn't. So these will be going back. They don't have the dark saddle color on the site anymore. So this is likely going to be a full return. I don't want the chalk color. The Peytons will be hopefully just an exchange in size, but these are, unless they restock, this is going to be a return. But I wanted to compare it to a couple of, this is of course the brown Timoro, so it's going to be dark, but as I transition from summer into fall, usually I will have sleeves and pants on, maybe even a jacket before I put my sandals away. That's just me. So I was thinking that I might be able to do that, you know, a little bit later or early into the fall, late summer into early fall with this dark saddle color. And then my messenger, this is in chestnut brown Timoro, so you can see the difference in those colors. And I think it actually, It goes a little bit better, in my opinion, with the chestnut, but I could put any of those on. And then, as not to get completely deflated, because I still got to go change my bag, and I need to check on what my options are with Dillard's for this exchange. And of course, Dooney isn't open for me to call them. All right, I also was looking for something new. It's not like I don't have shoes, but I was looking for something new to use with my chocolate Alto. This is the Paera. So we had Aria earlier, and we got Paera. If you remember, I purchased it in the chocolate brown color and thought that I was getting Aria in the chocolate as well, but it was Saddle. So that didn't quite pan out, but I still haven't carried this bag. But I'm thinking with like white or cream with natural dark accessories, I could make it a summer look. So that is this one. And that's not the same, but it's close. I mean, they'd be ways apart. I would do that together. And then my brown Timoro is actually going to end up being the accessory that I use, and I'm probably just going to pull some cream in as well to just lighten it up just a little bit. But this is as close as I've been able to come up with in my collection. And actually, I bought this one and gave it to my mom. And then I've been going crazy because I knew that I bought one, but I could not find it. And as I was going through some of my mom's things while I was in Nashville, I found it. I honestly, I don't even remember giving it to her. I don't. But I know she didn't buy it, so I know I gave that to her. So that's gonna be the wallet that I use with Paera because Aria didn't work. And then I'm just gonna add some cream or maybe yellow. I could definitely put some yellow with this. Maybe even chocolate and some blue. That would work. So all of that. But I was thinking this. But now I got to go back and find a different shoe. I want to see. Let me sit this. Hold on. Because I don't want to scratch this before I carry it. All right. So I've got a couple. Where did the other bag go? All right, here we go. Man, I had plans for those shoes. They are not going to work. I pulled out, like, my travel piece. I have this in black, and I bought it in this chestnut color. I gifted the black when I should have kept the black and gifted the chestnut, but it's done now. It's done. So at some point, I will buy the black and replace it. But again, on a good travel day, that was the plan. That was the vision. I had a vision. Size is not going to work. This is the Dooney and Bourke Bowler Duffle in Florentine. It is a great travel piece. I have a different bowler duffel not in this Florentine. The size of it is good. I've given my nephew a bowler duffel as well. He did not get the black one, by the way. Otherwise, we just swap. But it's a nice carry-on. It's a good weekend bag, especially if you can roll your clothes down or use packing cubes. It will hold quite a bit. This is typically in outlet and in the men's section, Or if the store doesn't have as many men items, then they'll just kind of put it in the Florentine area. So if you're ever in a store and you're trying to find it, then one, start looking in the men's area, and then if they don't have a men's area, then check just in the regular Florentine, because they do have the Florentine version on occasion, and then they also have this in pebble grain leather. It is a great travel piece. Feet under the bottom. This bag I would never check at an airport. This is the piece that goes on with you, or it rides in the car with you. This is not a piece that you hand over to Delta or Southwest or American or any of the others and have them put a luggage tag on it. It will fit in the overhead bin. I would not put it under the seat. It would be tight. You're probably going to get some scratches on it. They would be your scratches, but I just wouldn't trust it under the seat because it is deep, wide, and tall. So there, that is, dang, I gotta find some different shoes now. Maybe I'll just do black. Not the plan. And then I got a lot tonight. I told y'all I've been busy. Clearly not in a good way though. But I do need to get my bag switched for my autism awareness carry. But did I have one more bag? Is that it? Oh, here it is. Alright, so another hopeful pairing. Y'all will remember like the 99,000 attempts at this bag in red, but finally, you know, got one that wasn't abused in packing. So it is the Alto large tassel bag, and I need to do something about my tassels. But again, light or neutral colors. This is a birthday bag. This is a birthday bag. I don't like that together. I like it better with the chocolate and the Piera, but I do love this bag. And her handles are still upright. Oh. My mama is probably saying right now, that's why the shoes didn't work, because you're trying to carry your winter bags in the spring and summer. I will fix you. So I have been reprimanded from the upper room, and these will be going back. I should have known better. It was a true gamble. And I know, like, I was on a retail therapy high when I pulled the trigger, because everything that I'd been looking at that I was off limits, in the cart. In the cart. Yes, it is a dress. Ooh. Yo. Oh, this was work. This was work tonight. From pulling together my accessories for autism awareness. I got it together. I am moving in. I will post the pictures. But that was a labor of love to try to find all of the parts and pieces. Trying to get my LTK post together. Trying to get the Dooney links together. Trying to keep up with my box cutter. Trying to pull things out for comparison because I just knew these shoes were going to work. Oh my goodness. I feel like I need communion right now. And that is serious. kind of like that with this though. I don't have. I do have some shoes that go with this. I do have some sandals that go with this, but they don't go with this. They don't go with this. All right. That's all she wrote. The pencil broke. I have returns to deal with. Isn't that something? After I had an out-of-body experience last week talking about returns, which those returns are different, by the way. I'm not talking about stuff that gets sent in error or that's damaged. That was not what last week was about, by the way. That was completely different. So don't think that I am retracting anything that I said last week. I said what I said, and I stand by what I said. And I had a conversation with one of my tribe sisters. I'm not going to throw her under the bus or disclose or anything like that. But we had a conversation, and we were kind of talking about the whole returns and bag styles and, you know, what you like, what kind of handbag personality do you have. And she just made me feel so good. And this is what she said to me. She said, I have bought bags in the past and I didn't realize or understand why once I got it home, I didn't reach for it, I didn't like it, or I would, you know, I would find myself not really finding a value for it in my collection. Some bags were sold, some were gifted, some are still in her collection. But she said that the live streams in talking about discovering your bag personality helped her to realize that she is a structured bag lover. Like, purchased hobos but didn't reach for them, didn't understand why. So I've got a ton of videos where I've talked about taking the time to figure out what you like, what you use, how you will use it, what do you normally carry, the things that you love and reach for often. You should be looking at those dimensions, looking at those silhouettes in your collection, and then curating what you like and curating what you buy in the future based on what you use. So that's what this part of this journey has been about, not just for me, but I hope that it has helped many of you as well figure out what is it that you enjoy about the bags that you truly use and carry most often, and then curate your collection around that. Or if you're seeing a hobo bag, or you're seeing a tote, or you're seeing a shoulder bag, and you're like, it's cute, it's been trending, I'm seeing the reviews, I'm seeing tons and tons of videos and pictures, and it looks so cute on everybody else. But if you have a tote that you haven't reached for, if there is a shoulder bag that you never think about, then that bag is probably best left at the retailer for someone that would use it, carry it, and enjoy it, because it's not going to serve your purpose. Now, I'm a collector, and at some point I will use fine, so pot, meat, kettle. But what I will say that is different, I'm not in the resale market, and I'm not in the buy return game. Now, if you've been with me for a long time, you know I have never been one to buy, to try, on the fence only to return. I remember carrying Brenna, that small Brenna. I did a video about it. It just did not work. I could not wait to get home from my business trip to get out of that bag, and I packed it up and I returned it to QVC. And then I also got what was their large Beacon tote. Again, it was a QVC purchase, structured leather that was giving all of the vibes of Alto leather at a fraction of the price point. And I'm a tote girl. So I gave it a try, and yet again, loved the structure, the leather, loved the bag, but the size of that bag was not truly a large. Again, it was a long week being away from home. I could not wait to get back home, to move out of it, to pack it up, to return it. Those are vivid returns because I don't buy and return. I also can remember sharing with you all that I purchased the mushroom buckley, and it had a grease spot on the front. I literally packed it up to return it damaged. I'd already called Dooney, got it situated so I didn't have to pay for the return shipping and all of that. Put it in the trunk of my vehicle, and because I don't frequent the post office, I forgot about it. And it was months and months later before I realized that it had gotten pushed to the back of the trunk and I was completely outside of any kind of return window. Now, as that bag has patinaed, that little grease spot in the front is no longer visible. Now, I know where it was, so if I get in good light, I will probably be able to tell you exactly where it was. But if I brought it back on camera, you would not be able to tell where that spot was because as I've used that bag and the leather has began to patina, you cannot see where that small spot was. I'm glad that I have that bag in my collection. I love the color. You know that I have an affection for red and neutrals, and that bag is absolutely gorgeous. Then we had a mishap with my Florentine red tulip shopper, and I had a meltdown during the live stream. If you recall, it had a piece of red, what looked like painter's tape under the bottom. And when I pulled that tape off, one, didn't understand why it was on there, and was irritated to the depths of wherever about why that was even there. It had like a little bit of residue on the outline area. I pulled that tape off and I was so irritated about it. But it was not a bag that I revealed as soon as I bought it. Y'all know there's sometimes it's years. I hate to say it that way. No judgment zone. That's what this is about here. But it sometimes years is before I will actually show a bag. During the zombie apocalypse, there were months and months and months where boxes would even just sit in the garage trying to, not bring any germs in the house. And it was much later before I opened those boxes. And you've seen like a bag that I bought, the courier satchel. It was supposed to be navy from Coach. That bag had completely sold out. When I finally got around to opening the box on camera, it was black. It was not navy. There wasn't an exchange. I dealing with a return. I was outside of that window. Those are things that just happened. But back to the red tulip, I'm so glad that I kept that bag. I have done the hey y'all watch this with the raindrops. That bag is a travel beast. I love the shape, the closure, the shoulder drop has started to relax. But it stayed in my collection and eventually I decided to use it. And now I wish that I had purchased others. And I likely will if it returns. Hopefully they won't come with any color tape on them. But that I do not play in the return space. I am decisive in my decision-making style. While it may appear that I don't think through purchases based on the frequency, there are some bags I know I don't like or won't carry or won't use, or colors that I am never going to truly incorporate into a regular use, and you won't find those things here. So while I am going to drop my rant mic, I stand by what I said, and I stand by the lives that I have had to encourage you to figure out what you really like, what you use, what is your handbag personality. Do you travel a lot? Do you travel by plane? Is it by car? Are you a cruiser? If you're getting luggage, are you truly going to be able to pack in it, or is it going to be like your extra piece, your carry-on, those kinds of things? Figure out how you use things, how you will incorporate them into your use, and make your decisions based on that. Don't get pulled in. I did a video a little while back about me always being the caboose to handbag trends, because oftentimes, and I was even like this growing up, like high school, in college, just like if everybody else is doing it, I've got a strong enough personality that I'm like, I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't need that. I don't want to look like everybody else. So by the time I figure out that I like it, or I want it, or that there's a place for it in my collection, oftentimes I'm the tail end, or I'm not able to get it at all because I made that decision far too late in the inventory cycle. Now, I probably have more travel pieces, more travel wear, probably talk about luggage and weekenders and duffels and gym bags and all of that than probably any other content creator on YouTube that is outside of the travel space. But if you've been with me for a while, you know that not only is travel a passion for me and a beloved pastime, I also travel for work and have been traveling for work for like 22 years. Yes. So me using travel pieces, whether it's by car, by train, by plane, by vessel, that's just my thing. I don't know that I would expect anybody else that doesn't travel extensively to be as into travel pieces and to recommend them as often as I do. But I recommend them, one, because I can speak to the use, the durability, what they hold. I can speak to whether or not they are going to last long term. And I also know that you may go through a season in life where you're not traveling, and then that season changes for whatever reason, and now you are looking for a weekend getaway bag, or you are looking for that piece of luggage that you can take on your cruise with you that will have your swimwear and maybe your freshen up toiletries and those kinds of things, maybe your medications or sunglasses, sunblock, because your luggage is going to be delivered to your stateroom much, much later. So I continue to talk about those things because, again, that season is ongoing for me. It has been ongoing, but I acknowledge that that is not everyone's situation. It's not. My family and my tribe sisters as well. So I can remember at the start of the zombie apocalypse when all travel for my employer was shut down. And I was like, okay, that's to keep me healthy. This is going to pass in a couple of weeks, and I will be back to the Atlanta airport in the Sky Priority line heading to my next destination. And then we went into lockdown, and we were probably about, I don't know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks into, life, the world changing. And I was on a family text thread, and we were all just kind of checking in on each other. Mind you, I'd already packed for my next business trip. I was scheduled to go. Do you hear me? Scheduled to go. It is sitting, waiting for things to dissipate so that I can go back to what was normal. And I'm looking at my bag, and my bag is looking at me. I'm crying because I'm stuck in the house and I really want to be outside because I had not spent time at home and I didn't know if I really liked being here because I enjoy going, seeing, doing, buying, venturing out. Like I love that. I don't when people tell me that they don't travel or that they don't have a passport or they haven't been on a cruise or they haven't been on a plane or a train or some, I still know some people that I grew up with that have not left the state. Some of them haven't left the county and their parents didn't either. It absolutely blows my mind because I cannot imagine my life without those things. I know that that is very real for a lot of people. No shade there, but again, that's why I talk about travel and pieces and what to use and how I use it, because maybe at some point they will get to that space or there is a need and I want to be able to help them through that. So I'm looking at my luggage packed. My packed luggage is looking at me. I'm crying, looking at my luggage, saying I'm ready to go. My luggage is looking at me, crying, saying, when are we leaving? I'm texting my family, and I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I have been looking at these same walls. Like, I am going stir crazy. I feel like I need to just go drive by the airport and see if anybody's over there. Like, our flight's taking off. It drove me insane to sit at home. It put me back in this space of so that you get to know a little bit about me. So when I graduated undergrad, I finished in December, started working in January. And I negotiated a great deal. I loved what I was doing. I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. And I got up every morning in makeup and hair and business suits and heels and my attache case and my luxury bags and drove and with my badge into the parking garage, into the deck and, valet, dry cleaning service in the building, the gym, the steam, the sauna, the cafeteria, like all of the amenities, like grocery delivery before there was an Instacart. Like it had it all. And I was in love with it until I hit about month 6. And I literally was driving into the parking deck, reached my badge out for the gate to open, and I thought, oh God, I've gotten caught in Groundhog's Day. Because the only thing that's different from yesterday to today is what I'm wearing. Because I had been doing the same thing, going to the same place 5, sometimes 6 days a week for 6 months. And I remember thinking I should have gone straight to grad school. So that day, I started looking at grad schools because I was like, I got to get my MBA. I got to get out of here. I got to find a different job because this going to the same place every day, this is not for me. I know that is 99% of America. I am the 1%. I could not do it. 6 months, I was tapped out. The next year, because I had to have 2 years of work experience before I could get into the grad school program that I wanted to get my MBA. So I had to push through that. And I was taking on any and everything that I could get my hands on at work because I was getting bored, and I get bored very easily. And I had never had longer than a semester to learn anything. So 3 months in, I mastered my job, and it's like, okay, now where's the challenge? I need something else because it's not taking me 8 hours a day to do this. So I went to grad school, and grad school, I got promoted the week before graduation, and my graduation was the day that my nephew was his delivery date. So he actually ended up coming 2 weeks early. He was supposed to come on September 17th, which was my graduation day from my MBA program, but he came on the 31st. So he was 2 weeks early. I got promoted the week before promotion, and from there, 2 years out of college, out of undergrad, graduating with my master's degree, I started traveling for work. And let me tell you, if it's a job and it has not had travel in it, I'm not interested. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I know people have all kinds of things and reasons and preferences for being home every single day. I get it. I get it. I understand that. That is just not my story. So, travel, I love. Returns, I despise. And just like that, Feed Your Addiction is done. Please be sure to follow me on Like to Know, feed_your_addiction. I have posted my recommendations ongoing for the Sephora Spring VIB sale. I'm doing it in collections, so to speak, kind of curated of what my favorite, most used items are from the sale so that you can see those. I also acknowledge that depending on what tier your status is with Sephora, you will have different start times for the sale. So I've got my content on LTK that is scattered throughout the sale, but I've also posted a couple of shorts and a couple of community posts here as well to share, and to also ask you to go over to LTK to find me there. We had a lot tonight. We had a lot. And exchanges and returns, I'm gonna get through it, but that was not how I intended tonight's session to go. But at the same time, we've got some folks that are hanging out in the enabler corner. So thank you for influencing me into purchases that definitely have a spot in my collection. Thank you so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up before you head out. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Dooney at 615. We gather here on Sundays, usually around 6:15. Today was not anywhere close to that. But I share a bunch of different things, but mainly we talk about handbags and SLGs in this space. I want this to continue to be your destination for retail therapy, because there are tons of things that we've talked about and shared here, and the LTK platform will actually continue to allow me to share things with you that are not handbag related, but as professional women, as mothers, as homeowners, as all of the other things, plug and play. I'll be able to share with you the things that I am finding, and that hopefully you will find some use for them as well. So that is it. Thank you so very much for joining. Until next time, I do hope you find something that feeds your addiction. Take care, everyone.